is Veska Kangogo, the CC in charge of public service, devolution and administration. We were having a biannual review of our performance contract for the year 2020-2021, where the sectors were basically presenting their performance targets and their achievements for the half year. Performance contracting is a performance management tool which we use to gauge the performance of our sectors. Every year, every sector sits down with the sectoral committees. They identify their performance targets through the CIDP, which is a 5-year plan, the annual development plan, which is an annual target for a financial year, and through the work plan that a sector has identified to achieve programs that they have set for the financial year. These are achieved through the budgets that are set for that specific financial year. Every sector has been giving their performance review, and for that purpose, for the 6 months from 1st of July to 31st December 2020. And we are very excited that considering the challenges that came by during the COVID period, most of the sectors have been able to achieve at least above 60% of their performance target for their performance or the set targets for the financial year. We also realized that most of the development targets for the sectors are below 50%, and we've agreed on the mitigating measures that we are going to take into place to ensure that every sector at least achieves a score of beyond 70% of the performance target. We have had a change of administration. We have a county deputy governor who is also the acting governor, and as soon as she assumed office, we all agreed that we review our performance target of the year. Every CEC was supposed to sign a performance contract between the governor and their sectors, and by extension, the CECs or the chief executive members were supposed to have signed their performance targets for the year between themselves and the chief officers who are the accounting officers for the sector. We have firm instructions from the governor that every sector should go back and review their targets, and if there are any factors that have to be accelerated to ensure that each one of us performs, we are going to review the availability of funds, we are going to review our performance programs, and we are going to fast track the performance to ensure that by the third quarter and the last quarter, we should be able to achieve 100% of our targets.
There are many things that we have put in place for purposes of making us become better. The Directorate of Human Resource has 3 task forces that are ongoing, looking at a number of things that have been a problem to us for many years. One of them is promotion, the other one is redesignation, the other one is historical injustices. So we are working very hard to make sure that the staff at the end of this process will feel that we have a fairer way of looking at things. We are not promising that we are going to give you what you've been looking for, but we are promising that we'll be able to explain to you that if we are not able to give you, this is what we are going to do, so that we have a fairer way of looking at things. That is number 2. Number 3 is that you understand that there is new dispensation. We have come from a different dispensation, and now there is a new dispensation. The new dispensation entails us working as 1 in 3. We are the mother, the father, city county government, but we also have NMS and we also have KRA. KRA and NMS are working for us. What they are achieving for us. Some of the things they do, they cannot do them without us supporting them. So we will need to support KRA and NMS for us to be able to achieve what we want to achieve at the end of the current period. So I will request and suggest to us that we give these two entities the total support that they deserve and need from us. And I'm assuring you that me, myself, I have already been given instructions on how we should support these two entities for us to be able to achieve our goals. And I have given my undertaking that I'm going to give this support for purposes of achieving the mandates that the three of us have been given. So when you see me requesting for certain things to be done, look at it from that perspective, that we are doing this collectively for us to be able to achieve what we should achieve and what they should achieve for purposes of making us achieve what we have to achieve.
So I want to applaud seriously also His Excellency the President and the of the Governor that we as Nairobi County have absolutely no problem. We appreciate the effort that has been initiated because the two governments, as per the Constitution, are independent but interdependent. So we don't survive in isolation, and especially that Nairobi itself as a city is the capital. Actually, it's the seat of national government, where you have the entire ministries, the entire government machinery is based in Nairobi, and therefore it only requires that we come together. In fact, even the county itself and the national government working on Nairobi is still not enough. Actually, we even need international partners because Nairobi has a lot of work to be done. This is a way of how we can do it. We can engage our performance. They actually say, what gets measured, what gets measured, gets done. That's the policy. That's why we're here. And I'm glad that we came to review the last 6 months. We were not very good, yes, but on average, because of reasons like COVID and other intervening variables that we cannot blame anyone. But I think it's a time for us now to recollect. And actually, Masharia, we are using this process so that by the time we do the 2021-22, which we need to start negotiating from April, around May, that's like the budget, so that we sign by when? 5th of July. Now we quickly start now negotiation, every sector with the PSM, performance contracting, to quickly now negotiate on their targets and what they committed to do. By budget, ADP, CIDP, CFSP, all of it combined, to ensure that they are integrated and we negotiate. Utilize it, protect it, utilize it very well. It is also the most convenient place to work with. You are in a capital city, right? So you have all the facilities. You have places for your schools and your children. You have all the facilities within the Nairobi. So a capital city is very important to be in a capital city. So take advantage by abiding by all the laws, all that are required, serving people, commitment, and ensuring that Nairobi always becomes the top. Because you always know that Nairobi is a capital city, not only of Kenya, that's what I always say, but it's a capital city of East and Central Africa, countries south of the Sahara and north of the Republic. That is Nairobi.